Amiga Racing Karts Australia presents the Clubman Heavy Race, and Daryl Tolman leads him away in the 71 with Robbie McKenzie next to him. The big news is Lee Cocker, who won the first two races today, had a spark plug problem and has to start way back in the field in the 29, so he's a little bit of work to do. Looks like Sparky Marcus had a massive moment coming off a Wakefield turn and really struggled with the go-kart and has dropped back through the field. So Daryl Tolmer in the 71 leads them through for Amiga Racing Karts Australia for the Clubman Heavy Race. So Daryl Tolmer's our race leader up in Wakefield. Robbie McKenzie right on his tail. Now a good move there from the 29. Of Lee Cocker puts him back into the race lead, puts him back into third place. Now we're just looking at Sparky Marcus, how he's going. So Sparky Marcus is now going out in fourth. Remember, had a really big cold tyre moment as he came through. Now Daniel Wallace in the 27 comes through. Daniel's been as high as 3 throughout the day and just wasn't capable, just didn't seem to get the outlap that he wanted, and was just affected by that incident with Sparky Marcus at the end of the straight. The number 9 of Daniel King comes through, and the 72 of Sam LaVista. So that completes the field for the Clubman Heavies for Amiga Karts. I'm just waiting to see if Lee Cocker can get back onto this lead lap with Daryl Tolmer. And Daryl Tolmer, in spectacular style, just slides the go-kart in, hangs the tail out as he goes through Tyson's Kern. Lee Cocker, look how hard he's working the go-kart. Got it, stood it up on 2 wheels straight over the Liberty hairpin in the middle of the circuit. So Cocker's asking an enormous amount of his go-kart, ducks his head behind the NASA panel and chases after Robbie McKenzie in the 58. Real credit to Robert McKenzie. He is hanging on the back of Daryl Tolmer, and Daryl Tolmer's not one of the easiest guy to keep hold of. He's an extremely fast driver, first national champion in the Yamaha class way back in 1980-81. So here we go, hard under brakes. Tolmer slides it in. It is true Daryl Tolmer at his best. Just loves to slide the go-kart around. You can see crank on the opposite lock as he goes back to throttle and brings it around onto the Dublin sweeper. Robbie McKenzie comes through, but you can just see how much close Lee Cocker's got. Started to close the gap up, and Robbie McKenzie's just had a look behind. Lee Cocker's there, out of the draft. No, he doesn't go early. He's going to wait one more lap. So 11 on the blackboard, so Lee Cocker's got plenty of time to get there. Yesterday in the commentary, I said I was looking for, Lee Cocker, beautiful move up at Wakefield, and just caught Robbie McKenzie napping, and straight through he goes. This is the race I was looking for yesterday. Daryl Tolmer and Lee Cocker going side by side. The Grand Master in Daryl Tolmer and the new kid on the block in Lee Cocker. So it's going to be a fascinating dice to the finish. Lee Cocker's got an extremely good performance package under him. He's got a great engine and a good new chassis to work with. So it's on. This is the race we wanted to see yesterday. We had Daryl Tolmer coming through the traffic, and we had Lee Cocker dominating. Well, this is the other way around. Lee Cocker's come through the traffic, and now he's going to have a charge at Daryl Tolmer. The thing is, has he used up too much tyre, and is there enough tyre left? Well, he's all over the back of Tolmer. So here we go. Lee Cocker on the chase on the back of Daryl Tolmer. Tolmer squared the cart up. He's not sliding it around. Oh, and Lee Cocker slipped in the inside, and you could hear Daryl Tolmer go, I didn't expect that. So Tolmer continues the chase on the back of Lee Cocker. Lee Cocker brings it around onto the straight. Daryl Tolmer comes with him. Robbie McKenzie's right there. Tolmer out of the draft. He'll try and slide it down the inside. No, he won't. It's just got too much top-end power for Lee Cocker. Lee Cocker lifts the elbow and cranks it back to the right and brings it up to the Wakefield turn. So a battle of the young and the old with Lee Cocker in the 29, the young kid on the block, and Daryl Tolmer, the super experienced driver. But Lee Cocker just looks like he's got a better performance package overall, and it's just starting to drive away. So as I said in the pre-final, we were a little bit robbed. Lee Cocker just touched the airbox there just to cool the engine, so he got a little bit more drive as he comes off the corner. The Cocker brings it around in the 29, close state champion for this class. Daryl Tolmer has a look at the lap board just to see what's going on. Robbie McKenzie's right there, though. A great drive from Robbie McKenzie, and it just continues out in front. But Lee Cocker's got the lead. I thought that Daryl Tolmer might have been just to instantly respond to him, but I reckon Lee Cocker's got a little bit too much mumbo-jumbo on board, and the cart just makes too many numbers, and Daryl Tolmer just cannot close that gap now. So half race distance. We'll just see how much tyres that Lee Cocker's got left under him. It's starting to become quite a warm afternoon. So Lee Cocker tips it in under the Inspector Gadget sign, around the Dublin sweeper onto the straight. Daryl Tolmer goes with Robbie McKenzie, has a big look behind him to see what's happening there. And there's a good dice developing back for 5th place between Sparky Marcus and Daniel Wallace. They're starting to turn it on for us also here today. But it's down into the Liberty S as they come, and Lee Cocker's just driven away from the group of Daryl Tolmer and Robbie McKenzie. So Cocker brings it around, holds the jack for a really long time around that Liberty S there, so the go-kart's working a treat. His father Paul does the tuning for him, so he'd be pretty happy to hear how well that go-kart is performing. So Cocker down the straight, Daryl Tolmer, Robbie McKenzie, Sparky Marcus just starting to pull a little bit away from Daniel Wallace. So Wakefield turn for Sparky. No, Sparky's going all right up the top end, so we come back to our race leader. 6 on the blackboard will be the last 5, and the cart's just working a treat. You can see it just picks the back wheel up, carries its jack nicely around the corner. So Lethal Lee, he's got the Lethal Motorsport sticker on the side. Onto the straight. So Lee Cocker goes through in the black 29 for the close state champion for South Australia. Daryl Tolmer, though, has got a pretty determined Robbie McKenzie on his tail. So Robbie McKenzie continues his strong run. And he'd be enjoying it with Daryl Tolmer being there, given the class driver that Daryl Tolmer is. So it'll be 4 laps this time round. Lee Cocker nicely across the apex at the copier shop turn. Goes back to throttle, brings it around under the action sign, under the Inspector Gadget, onto the Dublin sweeper. So Daryl Tolman gives his fingers a stretch as he goes down the straight. Robbie McKenzie slips down the inside. You reckon that isn't on Twitter now? So McKenzie picks up 1 position. So you can just see his Facebook page. I got Daryl Tolmer in a race. So it'll just be a wonderful day for the guys. So here we go, 4 on the blackboard. There'll be 3 next time round. So Lee Cocker just gives the airbox a little bit of a choke as he comes onto the straight, just to get the go-kart to settle down. Robbie McKenzie comes around. Daryl Tolmer comes around. Daryl Tolmer, I think, is just happy to sit there at the moment. He might throw something out at the end. We'll wait and see. So there'll be 2 laps next time round for our race leader, who's done it really nicely. So Lee Cocker has really come of age this year. Got a good engine package, uses a Piper engine from Sydney. Just taken delivery of a new chassis, so all the boxes are ticked for Lee. Started his driving career as a junior. Enjoyed a couple of years in the junior ranks and then went to the seniors. So 2 laps remain. Lee Cocker just gives it a little bit of fuel. Robbie McKenzie goes through. Daryl Tolmer. Sparky Marcus is still holding out Daniel Wallace as the race unfurls. Sam LaVista in the 72. Okay, last lap board will be presented. So Lee Cocker's had a great weekend, except for that little hiccup in the pre-final where they had a problem with the spark plug and he had to pull out of the race. Other than that, it's been a great weekend. So Lee Cocker comes through. Robbie McKenzie from Daryl Tolmer in the 71. Sparky Marcus in the 76 from the 27 go-kart of Daniel Wallace. So down through the S's comes our race leader. Checkered flags being prepared. So Lee Cocker, what a day you've had out. We'll pick up the final win. Has a look over his shoulder. So Lee Cocker brings it on the straight, picks up the checker. And does it easy across the strike. Robbie McKenzie home from Daryl Tolmer. Lukey Marcus just getting a little bit of a hurry up there from Daniel Wallace as they come through. Sam LaVista will come through on his own, and the last kart running is Daniel King.